Good evening from London, and hello from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, the Chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, Chairman of the UK Korean Friendship Association, an official delegate of the Korean Friendship Association for the UK, and also President of the Association for the Study of Sungan Politics. I say to everyone watching this, happy DPRK Foundation Day. Today, 72 years ago, on the 9th of September 1948, the glorious Democratic People's Republic of Korea was founded by the great leader, President Kim Il-sung. And first of all, I'd like to just briefly share some recollections that I have of visiting the DPRK on the occasion of its foundation day. Firstly, 2 years ago, on this very day, I was actually stood on the viewing platform of Kim Il-sung Square, watching the grand military parade to mark the 70th anniversary of the foundation of the DPRK, and I was there with my delegation of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea and the UK Korean Friendship Association. It was the biggest delegation we'd ever sent from the UK, but you know, the amazing thing was the parade, and it was not just a military parade, but there was a civilian parade as well. This demonstrated both the unity between the army and people in the DPRK, and also single-hearted unity, which is something that's always misunderstood in the West, but is very powerful. It's a very powerful force in the DPRK. You know, it's led the Korean people to be able to dam rivers, build new factories, and at the moment recover rapidly from the time. And we also saw respected Marshal Kim Jong-un very close at hand. In fact, he waved to the foreign guests as well as the Korean people, and we were quite near to him. That was something absolutely amazing in itself. We also attended the performance of the mass game The Glorious Country in the massive Mayday Stadium, which is, I believe, the biggest sports stadium in the world, and is certainly bigger than any of the football stadiums in Britain. And that was again quite something, actually, watching this amazing performance that was put on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the foundation of the DPRK. And we also went to a musical performance and a firework display, as well as participating in a seminar and visiting a couple of factories. 4 years ago, in 2016, I was in the DPRK again on the occasion of its foundation day, and it was quite an exciting trip with many great impressions, and I was actually in the DPRK when they conducted their 5th nuclear test on the 9th of September 2016, and also on the day that I was arriving, there was a test of road launch ballistic missiles, and I felt this was a very striking demonstration of the power of the DPRK. And you know, when you think that 100 years ago Korea was not even on the map, it was a colony of Japan, and how much it has advanced. And of course that advance is due to the fact the Korean people took power into their hands under the leadership of President Kim Il-sung and founded their own state and built a powerful socialist country. And of course, the key thing to this process was founding the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The DPRK is indeed the only legitimate state on the Korean Peninsula. There's no such thing as North or South Korea. Historically, there was never North or South Korea. There was always one Korea. And when the DPRK was founded, it was founded as the central government for the whole of Korea, not just the northern part of Korea. Korea was divided in 1945 by the US imperialists, and indeed yesterday, 8th of September, was the 75th anniversary of the occupation of South Korea by US imperialist aggression troops and the division of Korea. And what the US did was to basically set up fascism in South Korea. As soon as they landed, they dissolved the People's Committees, which had been set up as instruments of popular rule. They banned the Communist Party, and they unleashed fascist terror on the people of South Korea. And they brought the elderly Syngman Rhee back from Hawaii, and in 1948 made him the puppet ruler of South Korea, establishing a puppet regime in the southern half of Korea. President Kim Il-sung saw the need to avert the division of Korea, which he saw as catastrophic and disastrous. For that reason, in April 1948, he called a conference of politicians and activists from both parts of Korea, and they resolved to form a unified state, and he'd put forward the line of founding a democratic People's Republic. In August of that year, a general election was held. In the north, 99% of people voted. In South Korea, under conditions of fascist suppression and terrorism by the US, about 77% of people voted, but nevertheless, the DPRK was founded according to the will of the entire Korean people, and it was founded on the September 9th, 1948 by President Kim Il-sung. Thus, a new people's democracy was born, a new state of Juche, a state of self-reliance, was born. The DPRK was based firmly in the traditions of the anti-Japanese armed struggle. And indeed, in the early 1930s, the anti-Japanese guerrillas, led by President Kim Il-sung, established some liberated zones, some guerrilla zones, and in those areas they set up a People's Revolutionary Government, which carried out important measures such as an 8-hour work day and land reform. And this basically became the basis of popular power, and it was carried forward with the foundation of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The DPRK over the past 72 years has withstood all the challenges of various kinds from the imperialists, from the big power chauvinists, from the revisionists, and it has built a unique Juche socialism. The DPRK is well known as the most independent state in the world. It has no foreign troops stationed on its soil, and you got to think that even today, South Korea is still occupied by US troops. Now, why don't they go home? Why isn't the people or in authority in South Korea setting a time table for the withdrawal of US troops from South Korea? Why aren't they be given a deadline to leave? But the DPRK doesn't have a single American soldier stationed on its soil, and indeed it doesn't have a single foreign bank in Pyongyang. The people of the DPRK are the masters of the country, and it is a socialist country. It's a socialist country that's always adhered to its revolutionary principles. When the USSR collapsed due to modern revisionism, the DPRK upheld the red flag of socialism. And because power is in the hands of the people, and the means of production, distribution and exchange are socially owned, and more importantly, because the Workers' Party of Korea, under the guidance of its great leaders, has always pursued people-centered policies. So the Korean people enjoy free medical care, free education, virtually free housing, free or low-cost food. Taxation was abolished in March 1974, and they also enjoy being able to live in a stable and harmonious society that is solidly united and is always looking forward to the future, not to the past. So, on the occasion of the 72nd anniversary of the foundation of the DPRK, I say long live People's Korea, long live Juche, and long live respected Marshal Kim Jong-un. Thank you for listening to this video. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe, and please support UK KFA and the British group for the study of the Juche Idea in our activities. We're still going to be sticking to online activities, and we urge all our members and supporters to stay safe. Good evening and goodbye.